There is one thing that has remained constant throughout the history of time, and that is the appreciation for unique and attractive people. Think about it. Our ancestors during Stone Age would travel miles and miles away to a different unexplored region, risking their tiny life just to see a person who has slightly curly hair and got an extra finger. And to be honest, that extra finger is worth looking at. But despite all of them looking the exact same, cavemen found something that was worth looking at. Now, you might be wondering, what does this have to do with being ugly? Hold up, partner. I want you to think of an ugly person or a thing. Thought about it? Good. While thinking, you might have thought about something like this, or even this. Ooh, my bad. He's a handsome fella. God, I wish I was like him. But did you notice something? Whenever we imagine something bad or ugly, we tend to think about others, but never ourselves, despite looking like rotten sausage. And because of that stinky look, most people might not like you, since society and we human tend to gravitate toward the good things. However, it's not the same in my book. I hate everyone equally. Now, before I spit facts about the only advantage of ugliness, I would like to tell a story. So, I was 5 feet 10 inches from a young age. Moreover, 3 months after my 18th birthday, I grew around 67 inches. Yeah, I was short back then. And yes, I used to get bullied by my mates in high school. Not because I was short only, but also I used to look like this. Additionally, to add fire to the fuel, I was brown. So yeah, you are hearing a thesis from a professional on this field. Now, whenever I try to share my opinion, usually some nerdy rant about PC games, my colleagues would shush me down. Even when I cracked a joke, I would always end up being the butt of it. And to be honest, I had learned to live with that. Why? Because I had two of my best mates who, most of the time, irritated me but never left me alone. And that was enough. But, as I told you, I wasn't tall from very young age. And because of that, whenever I walked through a crowded place, people would bump into me. So much so that whenever I planned to go outside, I always had an objective. That is, to bump into 39 people. Why 39? Let me explain. So, whenever you bump into a person, you'll have exactly 3.14 seconds to steal something from them. And out of those 39 people, one would always have a golden ticket to Charlie's factory. I caught you, didn't I? You thought I was stealing money. You cheeky bastards. Coming back to the story, it was a normal day. I was walking down the street, minding my own business, dodging every pedestrian thrown at me. Then, all of a sudden, this James Franco looking guy bumps into me. He gives me the most soulless stare known to mankind. A look that screamed guilt for exactly 13 seconds. Then he says,
"You won't apologize to me, right?
"You donkey! You are the one watching TikTok while walking through a crowded place, and you want me to apologize for a mistake I didn't even make? Me, huh? Me? Just because I'm 2 inches shorter than you and look like Lord Farquaad from Shrek doesn't mean that I'm gonna feel sorry for a mistake." Now you might be thinking, "Ansu, you are too petty, man. Why do you always have to bring height into this?" And just so we are clear, he was the one who said,
Short people can't see tall ones better."
not me. Fast forward 3 months, I'm 5 feet 10 inches now. And yes, I still look like Lord Farquaad, just taller. But now, whenever I walk into a crowded place, people would make space for me, like I'm some sort of prophet or Jesus. And get this, in case of an accidental collision, they would apologize to me, even when I'm the one who bumps into them, on purpose. That brings me to my next point. Most attractive people have zero personality. I mean, seriously, most of my classmates don't even know anything about boxing. Heck, they can't even tell the difference between southpaw and orthodox. Still, they'll post Mike Tyson vs Jake Paul clip on their Instagram story saying Mike Tyson would win in third round. And after the verdict, they will post a picture of Conor McGregor stating he's the greatest of all time. Brother, what happened to your prediction about Mike Tyson winning in third round? Moreover, good-looking people are often the most fragile and most arrogant bastards of all time. Man, I don't even understand how someone can be both fragile and arrogant at the same time. Like, how can you be on verge of tear over a slightly raised eyebrow, but also walk around like the universe revolves around you? Let me tell you another story. One of my classmates showed me a picture of his pant and asked,
"How do they look on me?"
Now me, with zero fashion sense, I told him they look like shit. Upon hearing that, his world fell apart. I kid you not, that guy showed me 3,465 images of those same pants and ranted about them for 2 hours and 33 minutes. At that point, I was just exhausted from his yapping. So, I just surrendered and said, "Alright mate, I was wrong." Right after I apologized, he basically started levitating and said,
I knew you didn't understand fashion.
"You ugly cow. What were you expecting? For me to break down and cry over this pants? I mean, yeah, I don't have a fashion sense. Yes, I wear my father's clothes, sometimes even his old faded one. That should have been donated a decade ago. But that doesn't mean that I'm blind. I still have eyes, mate, and I can tell the difference between stylish and straight up tragic. And those pants, they look like something a sleep-deprived raccoon stitched together at 3 a.m. during a blackout. Honestly, mate, I would rather walk around like Winnie the Pooh than wearing those shit-ass pants." In conclusion, I hope all your children are born ugly.
What did he say?
Hey, let me finish my sentence first. Because after experiencing the hardship of ugliness, I hope they get an insane glow up. That way, they will appreciate it. They won't grow up fragile and arrogant like the rest of those attractive twats. And honestly, the only real advantage of being ugly is that you will end up discovering the people who actually matter. You will find your real friends, you will find your true love, and above all, you will come to appreciate your family even more. Because these are the people who might not serve to cheer you at your winnings, but they will be the first one to hold you when everything is falling apart. And in a world that chases images over substances, this kind of loyalty is priceless.